Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Gemma and today I'm going to be trying to predict which 6 books will be shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction 2025. So, the Women's Prize for Fiction will be announcing their their shortlist on Wednesday the 2nd of April. And just so you're aware, my excellent friend and co-host Charlie from Charlie Book Reads will be doing a plod that evening at 8 o'clock on my channel to discuss which 6 books made it and our thoughts on that. So we would love for you guys to bob along and chat to us in the comments. The live is scheduled, so you can put the notification on if you wish, but it'll be lovely to see you there. So, full disclosure, I have not read as many from the fiction long list as I was hoping to have read by this time, but I'm still going to give it a stab. Well, I'm going to predict the books that I would like to see on there. So it's more of a wish list. Apologies, that was Rudy having a good shake down there if you heard that on the video. So I have read 5 so far from the long list. I've read The Ministry of Time, Safe Keep, Somewhere Else, Nesting and Crooked Seeds. So that's 5 read. Of DNF'd 1, I DNF'd all 4s by Miranda July. I am currently reading 2, A Little Trickery and The Artist. I think I will have finished A Little Trickery by the time the shortlist, is announced, or certainly that day, because I've got some driving hours and I'm audiobooking that one, so I think I will finish that on Wednesday. So, and there are 2 that I'm not even going to attempt to read because I don't want to. The first of those is the Elizabeth Strout book, Tell Me Everything. I have read 3 books by Elizabeth Strout previously, and I really, really do not care for her work. I find it really, really dull and uninspired. So, also this is part of a series of which I've only read like 1/2. So I've read not the Olive Kitteridge, the other one, Lucy Barton. I've read 3 of the Lucy Barton books, but I've not read any Olive Kitteridge books. I think this one is a culmination of both, so I'm just not interested in that in any way, shape or form. I'm also not going to be reading Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I made a decision that I didn't want to support a problematic author, and there are so many books to read that I'll just read all of the other amazing books. So that was just a personal decision. I decided I didn't want to read it. So that leaves me with 6 books left to read. We have The Dream Hotel, Birding, Fundamentally, Good Girl, The Persians and Amma. So when I thought about what I would like to see shortlisted, the first thing I would like to see is for nothing below a 4-star to be on the list. And from the 5 that I read, 3 of them have had 4 or 5 stars. So those 3 are going on the list. So the 2 books that I gave 4 stars to were The Safe Keep by Yael van der Wooden and Crooked Seeds by Karen Jennings. So The Safe Keep has had a lot of hype. I do have a solo review for that, so I'll link it below if you're interested. And Crooked Seeds I finished very recently, and it's dark, but the portrayal of the main character, who is extremely unlikable, was so well done. It was so well done. His portrayal of a disabled woman, a very bitter woman in South Africa, and sort of uncovering her family's history, though I feel like that's not the main point of the book, but yeah, it was really, really interesting. I don't think I've really ever read a book quite like it before, so I really enjoyed that. So I'm hoping to see that on the shortlist. And then the 5 stars, the one that everyone is loving, Nesting by Roisin O'Donnell. So my first 3 slots on the shortlist are taken up with those 3 that I have already read, and that would be great for me as well, because then I've read 3 and I only have 3 more to go, right? So that would be great. Of the 2 that I'm currently reading, A Little Trickery has definitely hooked me from the start. The narrative voice is incredible. It's following a young girl in Tudor England, and she is a vagrant, and she just has this amazingly likeable tone and personality and vivaciousness that I am just addicted to. I'd say I'm not so far into the, well, I'm about a third into it, so I'm not quite sure where the plot's going. There is a little bit of sort of back and forth in the timeline, so there's a little sort of inkling of where things may go, but I can't quite work out how we get from point A to point B yet. But just Tib as a character is so fantastic that I'm going to give that a spot on my perfect shortlist too. So then I have 2 spots left, and I would really like to give them to the 2 books that I'm most eager to get to on the long list that I haven't gotten to yet. And that was actually a really easy decision for me because I have bought 2 of them physically, so it would be great if they made it, so that I definitely read them this year. But that is The Dream Hotel by Layla Lalami. I love to see a little bit of genre fiction on here, and this is a dystopian sci-fi novel, so it'd be great to see that make it through. And then the other book I'd really like to see on the shortlist is Amma by Saray De Silva. I mean, how stunning is this cover for a start? Which is a coming of age story by a New Zealand author. So this, I had actually spied this before it was longlisted and thought it sounded good, so I was really pleased to see it on the list, and I would really like to get to it. So that is my shortlist. We have Nesting, The Safe Keep, Crooked Seeds, A Little Trickery, Amma, and The Dream Hotel. And if that was the shortlist, I would be a happy bunny. I think the judges of the non-fiction prize did a great job in selecting their 6 books to be shortlisted, and I would really like to see the fiction judges do an equally good job, and that would classify as a good job in my book. So we shall see. Hopefully I will see you guys on Wednesday. We can discuss whether I'm a happy bunny or a salty bunny. But for now, I would love to know what 6 books you want to see shortlisted, and I will see you all very soon with another one. Bye guys.